So, I've never been to New Orleans, but today I was reminded that 8 years ago I had tickets, I had flights, I had a hotel, I had a registration to a very interesting political science conference. But on this day, I was realizing that I was going to have to cancel the trip because the conference was going to be cancelled due to Hurricane Isaac being predicted to landfall in Louisiana. So I did not go. But I thought, what better way to mark it than to drink a drink that is a famous New Orleans one from the 1930s. It's called the Vieux Carré, which in French, well, translated from the French, means kind of old quarter or French quarter. As my dad used to say, we didn't beat the French in the 100 Years' War to speak French, but it turns out, well, I looked it up and we kind of lost lots of it apart from Agincourt, so who knows. But anyway, I'm going to make it to market and hope that one day I do make it to New Orleans. The Vieux Carré is kind of interesting. It's a couple of base spirits. The one that kind of dominates is the rye whiskey, and I'm going to put in 3/4 of an ounce of that into my mixing glass that is already filled with ice. And then I'm going to add something much Frenchier, and that's going to be cognac, another 3/4 of an ounce of that. And then 3/4 of an ounce of sweet vermouth. Real melange of stuff right there. And then to give it a kind of interesting if you like, a little bit of more Frenchiness, we're going to put in a 1/2 ounce of Bénédictine. And I'll make it really sort of herbally and a lot more complex, of course. And then it takes two kinds of bitters. There's the Creole bitters, Peychaud's bitters, another French name there, so it's really living up to its Frenchness. But 1 to 2 dashes of that. And the same with Angostura bitters, 1 to 2 dashes of that. Then we just give that a stir while listening in the background to some music by Thievery Corporation called Décollage, which is interesting because that translates to English as liftoff, which is exactly what my plane to New Orleans did not do. Sadly, very sadly. I will get there one day. Okay, this is nice and chilly, and I'm going to strain that into an old-fashioned glass that's already been filled with ice, like so. And this only takes one garnish, and that is a maraschino cherry. I do like the maraschino cherries, so I'm quite pleased about that. In that goes, and let's see what we've got. Ha ha ha, très bien. That would be worth risking a hurricane for.